Hi everyone. Today I thought I would quickly do a little reading on the energy as it is that we're experiencing right now. I felt it's important to have brought this into an explanation, and what I've basically been seeing is now, before I interject myself, there are three pillars that you need to be mindful of. Those who have been looking at my channel for some time, you have noticed me bringing up the information on the solar pillar, the lunar pillar, and the star pillar. The star pillar is the center or the middle path. That is the pillar that we have, that those who are operating from within are taking into place. So in other words, you have basically placed yourself on the middle pillar, which is the pillar that you're supposed to be on. The solar pillar would represent the masculine energies and all the other masonry or solar um, deities or solar cult or societies. And then we have the lunar pillar, which is also representing a bunch of deities and lunar cults, and it's also predominantly more feminine in terms of what it does. So it operates in the night, which means it actually operates in that which is invisible to you. The lunar operates in the visible outer public arena, and the lunar operates in the background so that you can't see it. So the star pillar operates from within out. Okay, that is just a position that everyone has been putting themselves into, whether they have chosen, uh, aware or unaware, um, the positions that the planetary processes are going through. Okay, and so what is important for us to take note is that the lunar pillar has gone underground, even deeper so, given that we're going into a process where the solar cults or the solar pillar has now been enforcing itself into more public space. So, in other words, you have noticed that there's a lot of information on wars and expressions on those, um, as well as finances, things that have to do with creative aspects that are also being accessed or harnessed, technology, which is a little bit lunar as well, money also a little bit lunar as well, since money moon comes to mind. Uh, the lunar pillar cults or the lunar pillar societies have basically wrapped up their job or their process for now, uh, given that we're entering into another stage of or staged events, as they often like to propagate. Uh, if you want to know what's going on, you can't say ever that you don't know what's going on. It's really always being shown to you. It's just, as I've said to you before, how you interpret it, the information that you're actually being made aware of. And so the solar element is really trying to accommodate or trying to um, create bonds with people, where people will want to step willfully into the solar cult movements, the solar gods, the archetypes, the house that operates in the public arena, the Cain, which is also part of that bloodline, um, and I think you're sort of getting the idea. Now, I also would like to explain very clearly here that the information with regards to Freemasonry um, is solar based, solar pillar based. However, I've been doing some deeper research in this particular society, and the information in itself gives you basically an overall of what they've done. There's not been any secrets with with them as such. But we do know that every batch of apples has got a rotten one inside. In this case, everything, as you have become aware of, does have an air of being captured in some way or form, that which you can recall that was conventional, perhaps. This includes all the information, like I've mentioned before, as well, which is now coming through, where the actual uh, uh, historical material, the information on that is being scrubbed. So this is their public arena activities where they are scrubbing information away. They're getting rid of things that used to be conventional. They're getting rid of things that perhaps had an air of conservatism with it. They're clearing that up as well. They're basically scrubbing things nice and clean so it suits their process. This is not the Masons that are doing this. Like I said, remember, there is a rotten apple inside the actual society. This is not specifically them. And I have mentioned this as well to you, where you need to go to the root races video. You may need to go through it a few times. I have explained to you who is actually swinging the axe. You need to be mindful that we're dealing with a bunch of entities that are operating in a physical form, dominating along the chain of command things that are happening on the planet. This is a type of terraforming on their part. Okay. This does not mean that it's actually happening right now or that they are even going to be succeeding. For as long as we are staying in the path of the middle or the center, which means we are operating from within out, as long as we are staying within that particular process, for as long as it is possible to do, there is no chance for that to take place. If you find yourself being challenged in what you believe, what you trust, normally the regular things, what I do within myself is to stop observing it. Don't look at it. Step away from it. Break the connection with that information. Only after a while can you come back and can you then start to have a look at it again and then make sure that what you are observing is whether it's disinformation or not. So I'm asking you, I'm urging you to please be mindful that there is a lot of disinformation coming out right now, because remember who is trying to swing the axe. Okay, so now, on a side note, for those of you who've been interested in actually being part of the lectures, thank you so much. I want to say thank you again for everyone that's been part of the second lecture attendance. And for those who are interested in that, please drop me a line, an email, and I can help you get in there. Like I said, you'll have to jump through a few doors, but that's to protect us and yourself in the process. So I do want to say, if you haven't signed up, please go ahead, send me an email. I will bring you up to speed to how it works. Alternatively, if you're not really wanting to do the going through the doors or to go to the other platform, I would urge you to please subscribe as a paid member, and you'll be able to then have access to the material that or the lectures, the content on that. Now, what we've been discussing in the lectures has been about signs and symbols and the meanings of it. It is initially an initiate level, number 2, which means everything you have to start from the beginning to understand the entire picture. Once you've got that first understanding correctly in your conscious thoughts, you'll be able to understand how to process and understand everything else, interpret it literally as you go in your life. So I'm hoping that this information is carried with you as wisdom into your journey going forward. So I'd like to uh, leave that with you, and have a beautiful day, have a beautiful evening, rest well, rest up, work on your energy, dig deeper into your individual consciousness, explore who you are, become wise to who you are. Know that really that which threatens the process of this plan really requires everyone's consent, and that if you choose not to give your consent, then there is a problem for them. Okay? So, much love, everyone. Have a good one. Bye.